good.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Always Open. We're so glad you're here. You're our favorite people. Did you know that? Now you do. I'm your host, Barbara Dunkelman, and I got some lovely ladies with me today.
Oh. Hello, I'm Maggie.
That's perfect.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Lindsay.
Hello.
What's up? Same day, same place, same me.
Same Mariel time, same Mariel hour.
Same Mariel time, same Mariel place.
I love the constant, though. That's what the audience wants when they get here. They're like, where the hell is Mariel?
You know,
promise
I'm
this every week.
consistent. I
Yeah.
don't change.
No.
I don't do anything.
Nor should you.
I'm just here, and I am what you can rely on.
Good.
I'm the control of the
You're
experiment.
the
That's
paradigm
the
of
wild
this
card.
podcast.
I'm the wild card. It's funny, Mariel, we were talking about this the other day, how like you have a very distinct look to you, a very distinct style. Yesterday, Mariel came in the office and she was wearing ripped jeans.
Whoa.
And all of us were just like,
Every single
What?
fucking person. And it wasn't even just like, it was like comments from like your grandmother.
Where'd you buy these?
Yeah, Jessica was like, oh,
Did you trip?
Yeah, did you trip on your way in? And then someone else was like, oh, I hope you got a discount
Right.
because half your pants are missing.
Why not just wear shorts at
Just
that
like,
point?
okay, fucking boomer. I texted my girlfilm
I know
right
because I
after.
get them all the time with
Oh,
my
yeah.
ripped jeans. But yes,
Oh yeah,
please.
I texted my girlfriend right after. And I was like, I'm never wearing these jeans again. And she was like, do you want me to bring you some jeans to change into? And I was like, no, be pathetic.
they were cute.
School.
They're just taking you out of your normal uniform.
All my black jeans are dirty, and those are actually her jeans. But you know, she's taller than me, and so on her they fit her like ankle length, and on me they fit perfectly.
There you go.
So it was a good little compromise. It's the best thing about
You're not
dating.
really a ripped jean person because you seem much more like that would upset you. I would think like Mariel would be annoyed by this. Being not imperfect, just like flawed.
A little bit. I had some ripped jeans that I bought, but that's the thing. There needs to be like the right amount of ripped, because if they rip too much, then I don't like them. It's like I had a pair that I actually had an emergency here a few years ago when I wore that pair because I like sat down and they fit perfectly. Everything was fine, but I sat down and then it just like ripped all the way up to like
wow.
ovary area. I would say I think that's the ovary area right here. So you could fully see my ovaries, right? And so I panicked. I didn't know what to do, and I ran over to Erica Slade. And I was like, "Please help me!" And she like sewed my jeans back together right before an episode of On the Spot.
That's solidarity too.
Yeah.
Sewing jeans.
Oh yeah.
On the
That
spot.
sucks.
Nice. Yeah. That's hard.
Yeah.
Nice. I just have a dress back up. I'm like, my jeans rip. I'm just putting this on.
Always
Cool.
keep an extra pair of pants or skirt with you at all times. And underwear. I feel like that I always have to have that with me just in case.
I'm an underwear panty liner person. Every day is panty liner.
Yeah.
Just in case.
You have
Never
to.
know. Never know.
I've heard that's a thing after having children.
Yeah. I was gonna- I sneezed too hard. Yeah.
Wait.
You rip yourself open, and you can't expect that to just be okay.
Is it
Yes.
pee-pee?
What's up?
Is it pee-pee? Or
Yes.
is
Yeah.
It is the pee-pee.
Is it the pee-pee?
or just like produce an extra amount of
No,
discharge?
you just sneeze, and because of delivery, your muscles, even after doing Kegels, apparently I did my great Kegel work, the doctor was like, good job, like, thanks. Even then, afterwards, if you sneeze too hard, your body's like, nah, I don't feel like holding this in anymore.
That's the whole point of vaginal rejuvenation, right? That's why that became cosmetic surgery that women could get.
What do they do for that? Yeah, there's
They
definitely
like stick a pro. I saw it on a Real Housewives episode.
Don't
They
do
stick
this
a-
when you're, what are you doing?
where are they?
They stick a probe up you.
And do what?
Let's be clear.
Up you.
Up ya.
Up ya.
In Jersey is nothing.
Okay, all right, they stick a probe up ya, and then your vagina's nice and tight.
Like some lasers, and they go pew pew pew. And
Get a pierogi on the way out.
Do you really wear a liner every day?
Yes, I'm wearing one right now.
Damn, dude, that
Right
sucks.
now.
There are days I have to wear one.
Yeah.
Like leading up to my period, especially.
right, I get that.
Extra
I just-
dischargey.
God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I get that.
But it's what you do with, right?
Yeah.
2 kids, pee in my pants occasionally. Yeah.
Hey,
Good trade-off.
Equal exchange.
is it like a lot?
Depends on the day. Depends on what's happening.
Is that where
don't
the
know.
phrase tinkle comes from? Like it's a little tinkle?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I don't think that's where it comes from.
I threw up in my mouth a little bit yesterday, so
Oh.
is that kind of like the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
Very
did you open your
similar.
mouth?
I don't know.
Do you have acid reflux?
Yes, I do. But I was just kind of sitting there, and I just kind of coughed, and I was like, Because I looked at Jessica Vasami.
I was gonna say.
Oh,
throw
no.
up. I mean, when I look at her, I throw up. So
And you guys share an office, so it's an everyday
So I
occurrence.
look at her.
There you
every
go.
day.
All the time.
It's just
No,
because of how much beauty you're.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just can't handle it. She's so
Ingesting.
beautiful.
Yeah.
and-
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's like the plastic bag and you see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
I've totally seen that movie.
It's a good one.
It's a beautiful
American?
moment too.
Yeah, it's a
What
Jessica
Yeah.
Vasami documentary.
Yeah.
What else has come from birthing children that I should be terrified
Well,
of?
you talk about acid reflux, my heartburn. It's like, dude, you enjoy eating marinara? Not anymore. No.
And marinara is not even.
It's not even
I
like-
can't have like pizza,
Well, it's tomato.
spaghetti, like
Oh man.
any of that. You gotta
Garlic.
load up on pills
Garlic bread.
beforehand. That's rough. Any caffeine, that's pretty rough too. This
Like-
beer's gonna come back from
Are you talking about during pregnancy or post-pregnancy? Like this is all post-pregnancy.
both.
Okay.
Yeah.
It starts during.
Yes.
Pregnancy.
During, I had some bad heartburn where like I would be working out doing a plank and it felt like I was gonna puke on the floor like in front of me.
Wow.
So now, yes, like I said, I can't like, I gotta really plan if I want to have some Italian food at night.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
like a
Okay.
whole process.
I found out there's a sphincter on your esophagus.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
I need to know more about. How did you find out, and what does that?
Well,
So-
it probably
entail?
squeezes your food out internally, right?
Well,
into
it's
the next
supposed
chamber.
to keep your stomach acid from getting into your
Oh,
esophagus.
right.
Oh,
But
it's
I've
like a
been-
reverse asshole.
Yeah,
It keeps it out.
That's why it's a
Oh my
sphincter,
god.
you know?
Oh my god.
But I've been having issues with. I like to drink some wine, but lately, like a glass or two has been making me puke, and I've been like, "What's going on?" And then so I've been looking up like stuff about acid reflux and stuff like that, and like it can progress to a point where your like sphincter in your esophagus isn't like strong enough
Oh,
to like
interesting.
keep the stomach acid from getting in. So if you lie on your right side because that's where it connects, it like will go
Helps
up.
shovel it
more.
along.
Oh,
Yeah.
So if you drink wine, you have to lie on your right side after.
I shouldn't lie on my right side.
Oh,
Oh.
gotcha.
Left for wine. Okay. Noted.
Well, it's any alcohol really, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should I lie down?
God, what is this? The fucking boomer podcast?
It is.
Like,
Yeah.
I was
We're
really
old,
like,
Mariel.
In May, I went to the ER because I had such bad heartburn.
Yeah, we were talking about that beforehand.
Yes.
Like before this, Maggie and I were like, "Hey, we're here. We'll talk about college and how crazy it was." And like, do you want to have like one beer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, both of you are just like, do you want to?
Yeah.
We were just talking about how much the show has like changed in terms of like the first couple of seasons was the shots, and we would
Right.
like always be like getting more drinks, and then I think we just kind of were like, we're old now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Eichel's even worse because he's 32. I'm 30. But since I hit 30, he'll jokingly be like, "You're old. Like you're gross now. You're outdated."
You're
and
gross.
It's like I need a new model.
Yeah, I'm like you're an asshole. And two, I have a bum knee. My knee's been giving me crap, and I'm trying to like keep my workouts consistent, but it's still hard. So sometimes if I'm like playing with the kids, I'm on the floor. I gotta take a second to get up. And he goes, "Oh, do you need your walker? Are you I'm like, kill you."
And that's where you're backhand.
Yeah. Well, I just counter it with like, "Well, you're fucking a grandma, so I'm just a weirdo now."
Fucking weirdo.
Okay.
Your workouts have been like, you've been crushing it, dude.
Yeah.
You did the Captain Marvel workout, right?
Yeah. Now I'm in the middle of the Terminator one. Pretty cool.
From
I love watching your little
Yes.
stories.
I like that.
cute.
It feels like it keeps me accountable too.
Yeah.
People are like, "Good job." I'm like, I gotta keep posting, keep it up, and it's fun because it's the movie workouts. So I guess I feel a little like a badass.
Yeah.
It's also
Like
nice to be able to go
kettlebells.
back and look at that later on. Like
Yeah.
to be like, oh, this is what I was doing. That was my form when I did this exercise, and you could watch like yourself improve and all of that stuff.
Can you look
appreciate,
at
like-
past stories? I
Yeah.
have no idea how to use Instagram talking about boomers.
Yeah. That's the only reason I
I
have,
have
it.
one, but
Maggie the boomer.
The social media. Maggie, you haven't been back in a while.
I know,
We
yeah.
miss you.
thanks. I missed y'all.
I think the last time you were on is when we all used to drink.
Yeah, I think she was pregnant the last time I was on.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't drinking that one.
Yeah.
I was. I was
That's
drinking
right.
your shots.
Yeah, before
you.
before you got here,
Getting
she was
severe
like,
acid
"Oh
reflux.
yeah, you know, Lindsay's pregnant, so I drink all her drinks." And I was like, "Wait, Lindsay's pregnant?"
No. Oh God.
Past tense.
Which is funny, talking about, just being sick and whatnot. I get motion sickness in Let's Plays a lot. Way worse when I was pregnant. So it's happening again recently. And people are like, "Oh, are you?" I'm like, "No, I swear, I am not. I'm just getting old." Hey,
Is this I don't know if this is too personal, but do you think you guys are done?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot to weigh in. Financial stability, we could have more kids. I would like more kids, but right now we're just like, we're good. Cool. I'm happy with the fact that we could have two at all. So,
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Play it by ear.
TBD.
Do you think you want kids, Maggie?
Kids.
I don't know if we've ever talked about this, you and I.
I always wanted kids. Like my dream for like basically until college and starting a career was to be a stay-at-home mom. But as my career has developed, that has changed. So I love kids. I always wanted to work with kids. I went to school to be a teacher. Like preschool was my favorite like grade
Really?
to work with. Like I really liked middle school as well. Yeah, I mean, I like kids if it happens, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
You do like working with children for sure. Yeah. And going back to that thing of college, like Maggie's one of her final projects that we did was a children's play.
Yeah.
She recruited me
really?
for. It was me and one other person, and we didn't learn our lines until it was like the day before you
It was
presented.
terrible.
You're like,
my
hey,
gosh.
We
let's
were
do this.
so stressed out with like everything, like seniors in college. Like,
Yep.
wait, you were a double major. I was doing like 25 hours a semester. Like
Yeah.
we were both overtaxed and everything.
You
and,
were
like,
working at the same time too.
Yeah, and it was just like
How did you do that?
Yeah, 25 hours. What the
it was
fuck?
hard.
Plus
Figure it out.
work.
Yeah, it was hard.
Aren't you guys glad we don't have school anymore?
Yes.
I still get like fever dreams about it.
I did
It's like
too.
I didn't study for a test right now.
Oh yeah, I had one the other day where I was still in high school, but I was still working here. So I was trying to explain to my teachers why I needed to go because I was like,
you have to go to work.
I gotta go to work.
I have a podcast.
Yeah. And they were like, no, you gotta finish this math assignment. I was like, I don't know algebra.
I get stress dreams of high school and college, assignment-wise. And then I also get editing stress dreams. Like this comes out on Monday, I have to have it done. I'm like, I don't edit anymore.
Yeah.
I'm done.
It's such
We're
a
good.
different life.
Do you guys ever dream about your partners and then you wake up and then you're mad at them? Because that happens to me almost nightly.
Really? I don't think I've ever had a dream where I got angry with a partner of mine, but I've had dreams where like something didn't go my way. Like I had a dream the other night that Trevor and I were getting married, and I was like walking down the aisle, and then like some guest at the wedding came up and just started talking to Trevor.
Oh, nice. You're
And I
like,
was
hey,
like,
no.
what the fuck are you doing? You're ruining this moment.
Now I know what
That's
I'm
awesome.
gonna do if I'm invited.
Well, now you're not gonna get invited. Invitation rescinded.
Does that happen to you a lot? Where it seems like when you're dreaming, your subconscious like schools you almost, or like
Yeah.
teaches you. You're like, what the hell, brain? Why you gotta be like that?
Yeah.
Like that'll happen to me a lot, where stuff gets interrupted by other people, or I'm trying to do something and then I end up fucking it up, and then dream people get mad at me and like chase me out of my own dream somehow. And I'm like,
I've always
cool.
had fucked up dreams.
I know, it's true. Also worse during pregnancy. Worse and better. Really cool dreams or really horrifying nightmares. So enjoy that. Yeah.
Do you still get sleep paralysis?
No, actually, and that weighted blanket totally helps, I think. Yeah, I haven't had an episode in some time, so.
Ever since getting the weighted blanket, or ever since?
I think it's probably not like connected, but it seems like I've been sleeping much more soundly, so because of that, I haven't had the REM cycles that usually trigger like sleep paralysis or going into like a lucid dream. So no, just kind of like, is this what normal people experience? You go to,
Yeah.
it's black time, and then you wake up and day, wow, like, what happened?
Black time you wake up, then day.
Yeah.
Put that on a pillow.
I have this thing where if I wake up in the middle of the night, I will always be scared. Even if I wasn't having a nightmare or any type of dream, if I'm awake at night and I see that it's dark, I just get scared. And every sound I hear, I'm like, someone's breaking in.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's breaking into my place right now. Like, oh my God. I need to like be really quiet so I could listen.
Till you there.
It freaks me out so much. Like, my boyfriend, like, if I have to wake him up or anything, like, seriously, every single time, it's just like, and I'm just like, I
always
don't want to
panic.
wake him up, like, because it seems so traumatic.
Really funny.
Have you tested like gentle ways
Yeah, I've
of
tried
getting him
like
up?
calling his name. I've tried like.
You should like get a feather.
Yeah. Just imagining that too. Maggie's like, hey, baby. No.
It's like sleep fighting from Ron Swanson.
Even better because, I mean, I don't know how much you mentioned him, but your significant other is taller than you.
Yeah.
I think
by a
anybody
significant amount.
So, yes.
anybody Maggie dates is gonna be
He's
taller.
over
Correct.
a foot taller than me.
Yes. So imagining this tiny little Maggie, like,
Trying to gently.
yeah.
And then this giant just being like scared out of his
Horrified.
What you need to do, Barbara, is get a cat.
There you go.
Because at 3 a.m., if you
Oh,
hear any
yeah.
noises, you can just blame it on the cat.
It's true.
But I don't
Cats
know
do
if
like
I'd
to do
want that because then what if it's an actual like danger noise?
Yeah, T.
That's why you get a dog.
Yeah, there you go.
Just get a dog and a
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah,
That's having
that's what I
kids
have.
too. If you hear something upstairs, you're like, I'm either gonna die or my kid's awake. Yeah. Figure it out.
We recently got an automatic feeder for my fat cat. because as if she's not eating enough, now we got to make sure that she's eating as much time as
Has she lost any weight?
She's lost 0.2 pounds.
That's good.
Yeah, which like in a month is like the equivalent of a human losing like 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh yeah,
really
Cashew's weight loss journey is, you know,
You should make her a TikTok of her weight loss.
Cashews.
cashew,
That's
cashew,
awesome.
yes.
Nice. Blow up.
She's you know she's trying, she's working hard, not that hard, but you know,
Cashew or cat shoe?
cashew.
Like
Cashew.
the nut.
Like the nut,
Wasted
little nut.
opportunity.
But as if this bitch.
Missed opportunity.
God, Maggie hurts. Like,
Oh my god. So as if this cat wasn't just bougie enough, she has the litter robot, where she shits in and then she comes out and then it turns and cleans.
Ooh.
Mostly that's for me. It's not
Yeah.
for her.
fancy.
So we got her this automatic feeder, and we were laying in bed the other day, and I set it to where, because she's on a diet, she has to eat like, we don't limit her wet food. She eats like 1 can of wet food, but we limit her dry food, and we have to be very specific. And so then I had to go and like measure exactly how much was coming out of the automatic cat feeder to know how many like feeds to give her per feeding. So all of this stuff. So I figure out all the math and whatnot, and we finally the reason we got it is because she would come in and at all hours of the night and just wake us up. And if we close the door on her, she scratches the door, whatever. And so we finally got it so she could know that like, okay, at 12 a.m. and at 6 a.m. I get fed and I'm not gonna have to bother them. Like, I know it's coming.
Yeah.
And so the very first night that we were doing it, we set it up and everything. We were laying in bed, and it was a weekend, so we were kind of staying up kind of late. And she's like laying in bed with us, and then all of a sudden, like, she pops up and she's like, and just sprints out of the room. And then Hannah turns around, she's like, Alexa, what time is it? And Alexa's like, it's midnight. And they're like, this fat bitch knew
She knows,
exactly.
yes.
Like, she didn't even, I don't know if she heard it or what, but she just like knew immediately. Like,
She probably heard
time
it.
to eat.
Or has like an internal clock now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you know. Do you guys find that you wake up without an alarm at the same time every day?
now I
Does that
do.
started happening to you guys? Okay. That started happening to me like maybe a year or two ago. I'm like, this is officially adulthood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's adulthood when, I guess when I started my workout regime, I used to do afternoon workouts because I hated working out in the morning. I was like, I can't do that. Now it's total opposite. I love working out in the morning. It's a great start of the day. I feel like I get my good energy boost.
You also get it over with.
Yes,
You don't have to think
it's
about it.
done already.
The frog.
I cannot worry. Exactly. Thanks, Obama. Thanks. And on top of that, like as a parent, that's the only time I can actually get shit done.
Right.
Because the second your kids are up, they are like, I don't care what you have planned. This is me time.
Yeah.
Me, what's up?
Sorry, you shouldn't have had me.
Yeah.
Their brains aren't
basically.
developed enough to not
Yeah,
think that way.
I get it. So for the first 2 hours of my day, I'm working out, I come home and I clean the house, and I'm like, okay, cool.
What time do you wake up? to work
Finished.
out?
Usually like 5:30, 5:45. I'm at the gym at 6, so
And they get up at what, like 7, 8?
a little bit later than that, like 8:30 now.
Really?
That's
yeah,
pretty
So they're
lucky.
pretty nice.
What time do you put
They've been
them in
nice
bed?
to us. Yeah, 11 is the latest.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes 10.
Okay.
Yeah. They do stay up a little bit later, but they've been nice to us as far as like
Right,
sleeping
staying
through the
in.
night.
Yeah.
They've been good sleepers like for most of their lives, right?
Take after me.
Yeah.
They're like, well, mom slept the entire time.
I
was
don't
pregnant."
have that quite yet. What I do have is an internal clock that wakes me up at 3 a.m. to go pee every night.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Because that's what
I'm gonna
27.
pee my pants when I wake up every morning. It would be so nice to just wake up in the middle of the night.
Oh God, I
and
don't
go
have to
pee.
piss.
You don't
every
do that?
No,
Man.
my body just holds it.
Without fail, I wake up every night to go pee.
every night.
And I don't remember when that started happening, but I remember back in the day when you could just sleep through the night, not wake up to pee.
I remember being able to sleep before peeing. I could sneeze as much as I wanted to. Not a penny liner in sight.
You were merely born to it.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I
boy.
fully wake up in the middle of the night, 2, 3 a.m. just fucking gushing. And if like, it's not even just like I wake up, I'm like, oh, I kind of have to pee. It's like I wake up, and I'm like, oh my God, if I don't go to the bathroom in the next 10 seconds.
See,
That's
I'm
how I feel when I wake up, just in general.
Oh yeah, I get that with like waking up, but also just working in a desk job, especially with recordings. Like if I'm in that, that's my focus. Body doesn't matter, whatever's happening, we'll forget about it. But then when I'm done, your body's like, you gotta go now, like right now. You better be in a bathroom.
Do you ever do the thing where, especially like if it's the weekend or if you wake up too early on a work day and you don't have to get up yet, where you really have to pee, but you're like, I just want to like sleep for like 10 more minutes.
Oh yeah.
And then you like try to fall back asleep, but you really have to pee.
Yep.
And you're just like,
Shh, fine. Fine. Yep. Oh yeah.
happens to me all the time.
I get annoyed at my girlfriend because we'll both wake up and then I'll like want to get my morning snuggles in, so I'll throw a leg over her and she's always just like, just a little lower. You're on my
Oh
bladder.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Michael
pee
does the
then.
same thing.
Go pee. It's not that hard. Go pee. And she's like, no, I don't want to get up yet.
Do you ever accidentally, when you guys are like cuddling, lie on the wrong part of the boob, or does she like?
Oh, all the time. There's always boobs in the
Where
way.
it's just like, I
fucking
just
get
need to-
slapped by them.
Because like sometimes Trevor will like cuddle in on me, and I'm like, I just need your head to move
Yeah,
you're
just
like,
a
hold
little
on,
bit.
wait, yeah.
So you're not like on this weird part.
Oh, double the boobs. They're in the way all the time. You gotta fucking push them out of the
Gotta
way.
like
You gotta.
sift through them.
Yeah.
It's like, why do they hurt so much in certain positions though? That's what
don't
it's like.
know.
There's no implant. Like,
Yeah.
what's-
And it feels
like
like,
it hurts
hard.
to go like, yeah. That's a muscle or something?
I would assume, yeah, muscle structure,
Oh.
right?
yeah, that does
Yeah,
hurt.
so,
I guess there are muscles.
All right, Lindsay.
I'm sorry to say, I
Science.
understand. I don't know. In my experience of having little boobs and muscle,
So we got a couple box of issues. I figured we would just do like a bunch of box of issues questions today,
Why
since
not?
people write in and have questions for us.
We had a whole
All
thing of
right. This question comes from A.
them.
Hey. I'm a married 27-year-old woman. I've been with my wife for 7 years.
Lesbian.
Married for
Or
3.
maybe not.
She's 8 years older than me and has a much higher sex drive than me. I've always identified as asexual, but could have sex to please her. This changed when I went on antidepressants. Ever since then, even though I no longer take them, I have zero drive to have sex no matter how hard I try. I've talked to my wife about it and she says she's fine with it. I know she really is, but I still feel bad. I want to make her feel good, but I don't know how, especially now that she sort of expects me not to want to do anything. What should I do?
yeah, that's tough. And I feel both sides of the coin there, because like during pregnancy, I think it was just my body going like, you did it, you're pregnant, no longer need to have sex for at least the next 9 months, so I'm
Right,
good.
because that's like biology.
Yeah.
speaking right
So I told Michael, I was like, I, you know, listen, I'm sorry, but I have like zero sex drive right now, so I'm just gonna be over here in my corner reading my book.
there. Yeah.
So even then, like, there's definitely stuff you can do together that has that intimacy that isn't explicitly sexual, if that makes sense. Like, there's still ways that you guys can be and intellectually sexy with each other, perhaps.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
tell me
I-
more about that.
I mean, I completely agree.
Do you
It's
like to read? I got some Harry Potter books.
Nah,
They're
I don't
Oh
not-
yeah, Harry Potter's great for that.
Gets me off every time.
I've been on anti-anxiety medication like off and on since I was 11 and like consistently for like years for a while now, and like that has completely killed my libido. Plus like family stresses and all
Sure.
that, and so like that's something that like Josh and I deal with, where it's like I'm not maybe the most sexual person in the world, but like we still really have a good time with each other and enjoy each other's company so much and express our love in different ways than just sexually, that like it's still fulfilling. And for a long time I was worried that he wasn't satisfied and like had the whole like,
Sure.
if you need to get your rocks off, we can discuss like what that means, like blah blah blah. And like it just came down to he sees more in me than just the sexual side of our relationship, and whatever like that relationship means to both of us is what we're happy to find together.
Yeah.
So beautiful, Maggie.
That is beautiful. And
Right, that's
I think
snaps.
there's ebbs and flows too in relationships. Like I definitely have been there where it's like, man, I am so stressed or busy and just like the last thing I'm thinking about every day is sex, and you feel like you're almost failing your partner in a way.
Yeah.
But as long as you have that open communication and our understanding of the other person's needs too, like it seems like she's very understanding of like, I know that my wife is a sexual person and I feel like I'm not doing something to please her, but she might be thinking like, it's totally fine.
Right.
Like I'm just happy to be with you and to love you and whatever you need. There's ways of pleasing yourself sexually that maybe she could look into.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is necessarily the road to go down, but some people opt for an open relationship in that
Right.
sense, so their partner could get what they want from someone else in that sense.
Yep.
That could open up a whole nother door.
Yeah.
Same thing, I don't know the details, obviously, but maybe this is a situation where the person who has more of a sexual drive can be pleased while the other person just kind of says, okay, like, here you go. Like, I will do this for you, but I'm not really experiencing the same amount of pleasure that you are, but I want this for you. That's
Yeah.
it. Much like a nice massage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's also she says that they've been together for
For 7 years.
7 years.
Married for 3.
And so I would hope that at that point you know each other very well and know how to communicate. And I would just trust that your partner, obviously knows this about you and still like there's not anything to like love you in spite of. Like it's a natural, normal thing for you.
Yeah.
So just trust that she is telling you the truth and like you don't have to feel bad about it because you shouldn't. Like
Yeah, you shouldn't
you're
feel
completely
guilty
valid
for
in feeling the way you do.
Yeah. or what you want or what you don't want in life. She mentioned at the end, I want to make her feel good, but I don't know how, especially now that she sort of expects me not to want to do anything. What should I do? I think, there's also like, I'm very inexperienced with this. I could be talking it out of my ass, but there's some pretty simple ways you could please a partner without being sexually involved. Getting a good vibrator.
Yeah.
And maybe just like,
Those panties with the remote control.
yeah. So like there's still ways to like connect in that sense where you're not necessarily sexually involved or having to be the reciprocant.
Yes.
Recipient?
Recipient. I totally forgot the word.
Yeah, it's reciprocated sexual activity from a recipient.
There you go.
There we go.
I mean, I also think it's like, hopefully it never gets to the point where y'all are making assumptions about what the other person wants
Right.
Yeah.
sexually in the relationship, and that line of communication is still open. So it's
Yeah.
like, if you do feel like your partner or your wife or whoever it is feels that they're like unable to approach you if they have a desire, then make sure that you're communicating through those moments.
What do you guys feel like in your relationships is like the most intimate moments that's not like sexual that you guys experience?
Maggie and I rarely make eye contact. When we date, so it happened again. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh,
Attention
no.
here.
Is staying all this time.
Which is funny. I don't know. Side deviation, I guess. But in college, people were like, "You guys are dating, right?" We're like, "No,
Yeah.
absolutely not. We're just like those friends."
Yeah.
No boundaries.
I don't know. I think I've talked about it before on Always Open, but like if Michael and I are having an especially shitty day, like we make a point to tell each other like what we like most about each other, and that's like really, really emotionally intimate. I think. So
Yeah.
that works for us.
It's very special.
Yeah.
Yeah, similar to Trevor and I, it's just like just having like a really long talk, but also I love cuddling. Not when I'm going to sleep, but like in the morning on a weekend, I'm like, I just want to cuddle here for like 15 minutes and just like spend that time. But also just like laughing together, something I feel like is such an intimate moment with someone, and like just being goofy and silly and being yourself and having fun together. Just like such a strong part of a relationship that I feel like you could find so much pleasure out of that.
Yeah. We've been getting really into The Bachelor lately.
I need to start the new season. I haven't
It's
started it yet.
it's intense, but I think it's also just like that's something I would never watch before. Like I even tried to watch it with Barbara once, and I was just like, I can't do this. But
Shoot, I wasn't right for her.
I cannot give you the rose.
It's understandable.
But what we like to do is we'll watch shows or Bachelor or something, reality TV, and we call it 69ing, where we'll like switch sides and rub each other's feet.
So cute.
So it's great because you get like an hour massage,
Yeah.
hour foot massage. And
That's
you're
great.
getting really intimate. But you know, I mean, there's like there's little intimacies in like different moments, right? It's not like there's little things like every morning, like I like to wake up and like make her breakfast and stuff like that. Like that's a part of a thing, like my routine that I like feel fulfilled
It's
with.
your active service.
Yeah, it's like that's how I like. Even this morning, like she was gonna eat some like Cheerios or something, and I was like, oh, like, I'll get them out for you, and like she's like, you don't have to do that, and I was like, I know, but like that's like part of my day.
Yeah.
You know, especially when we were first started dating, like, and she would spend the night. I would like get up and make us both breakfast before, you know, going on with our days and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's just like finding little things like that.
Yeah, I do love small stuff like that. Like when Michael and I first started dating, he was staying at Jack's house at the time. So we would just go and drive around with each other and chat. And that's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. If you want to do that for a little bit, I mean, just an hour of chatting in the car. When you're in that confined space too, and all you have is each other to talk to, you're going to learn a lot about each other.
There's also something that takes the pressure off when you're facing forward in
Yeah,
the car.
I agree.
You could have like
I hate
some of
eye
the most
contact. I don't like it. No.
You could have some of your most intimate conversations.
5 seconds max. That's it. That's it. We're done.
That's all I need.
Spent 4
with your,
years with you.
what about with your kids? Do you refuse to make eye
God.
contact with your kids?
That's hard too. Like I love my children, but that's like cool with me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like they're
Well, yeah.
excited and happy. And you're
Right.
like, yeah. Like
How do you do it then?
living
Because
life.
we do a lot of conventions where people come up and are like talking
hard.
to you.
Look at the floor.
I mean, I posted about it too. I'm like, listen, I'm so sorry to anyone I meet who leaves and is like, what a weirdo. Like, she's such a freak. I'm like, nice to meet you. Hi, that's my co-star, and that's another voice line. You want to sign? Okay, see you.
Doing the
Bye,
up and
bye.
down.
Okay,
By the end of the day, your neck is just like, ugh.
pretty much.
It is
Yeah.
very intense. What about you, Maggie? Some nice intimacy
Yeah.
you guys enjoy, partake in.
There's a podcast that we listen to that like has a movie component to it. So like we watch the movies and like listen to the podcast together.
cute.
And like we debate everything and like I don't know. It's just like our little weekend ritual basically is.
Everyone's got them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
talking about a podcast on a podcast?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna name it.
Well, yeah.
How dare, are you cheating on us?
Wow. Wow.
It's always
Good move.
open.
You're good. There you go. Yeah, that's it. I wasn't always open with my partner. Check it out. Goodness.
There's actually, we get a lot of people who
Yeah.
write in and they're like, I watch it with my girlfriend or
That's
my
awesome.
boyfriend. Yeah.
Nice. Unrelated,
Parents-
but have you
parents
talked to
are
our children recently? Where are they?
No, one is in LA.
Oh.
And, Ashley is working at
Who are your
one of
children?
the kids.
You got kids?
I thought you meant,
We have 4 children, right?
Yeah.
How many do we have?
No,
I'm a horrible
3.
father.
Three?
are these
Yeah.
We had 4. I forgot about
we
Tommy.
did have 4, yeah.
Oh shit.
These
Are these
made up children?
friends of yours or?
They were friends that we adopted because we
Yeah.
were an honorary lesbian but not lesbian couple.
Yeah. They were like the parents of like our drama club in
Yes.
college.
Oh.
Pretty much, yeah. And then we tried to spin that into a web series that didn't launch at
It's
all.
online, but
There's still a Facebook
not-
group for it.
Oh my God, I love it.
Empty. There's like one person. It's me. I'm the one person in there.
I get notifications like every time. Like, I log into Facebook once a month,
Yeah.
and it's like, "Hey,
Someone checked out our
this
theory of
thing- yeah.
relativity. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why do I?
What,
do
what are you
that?
doing?"
And Lindsay, you're the daddy in this situation?
Yes, I am.
Of course. Look at this big dad energy.
I am a top.
BDE.
Help it.
I'm a top baby.
I'm a power bottom.
Yes. You generate the power.
Would you say you're a power bottom in all aspects of your life?
Ooh.
I think professionally I can't be.
You're top.
You recently got a little bit of a promotion.
Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Hell yeah, girl.
Bitches only.
Maggie's fucking running shit,
See,
bro.
I feel like you are still a power bottom in your professional life because you again are like the foundation and
Yeah.
you generate allll the power behind the production.
fair.
So yeah.
Yeah, you're just
power
thrusting
bottoms
into it.
just
Yeah.
Ass with
Yes.
clap cheeks.
And I
do a
try
lot
to
of work.
collaborate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
As all power bottoms do.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being a power bottom, okay? Tops
It's a good thing.
Tops get way too much clout. They get it all.
it's
They
just
don't
like the
deserve
new
it.
type A versus type B thing,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
It is.
That's all.
Absolutely. B for bottom.
Yeah.
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 Like, oh, we always talk about
Oh wait, A for ass. Shit.
Oh, shit.
no.
Oh, no.
Oh,
What do we do?
because like you seem you're a power top, I would say.
Power
At
top.
work.
Yeah.
she's
know
a
what your
power
home life is
dreidel.
See, me, I pretty much exude top energy, but when it comes to snuggling, ooh baby, I'm a bottom.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I love
You
the
like
little
to-
spoon.
Get in there. Well, you got a tall girl with you.
I do. But I mean, I like to snuggle on her too, but I become a little jetpack.
Yeah.
A ghost ask, I guess. How tall are you?
5'3".
5'3".
5'4" on a good day.
Okay. Yeah. I guess
My
I never really
license
noticed. I
says
always thought you were
I'm
my
taller
height.
than I
No,
am.
I'm a little bit.
Mariel, hold yourself taller than she
Yeah.
is.
Right here.
Yeah.
People are always
Got that confidence.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. People are like like RTX and stuff. People are always like, "Oh, you're way shorter than I thought you'd be." I was like, "Yeah." Got that
People
big
always say
bitch
I'm
energy.
taller than I think I'm gonna be, so I hold myself short.
Oh, yeah. We get that like either you're taller or shorter than I thought you'd be,
Yep.
or like you're super American if we're overseas. I'm like,
Oh.
what do you mean, friend?
When we were in Australia, everyone's like, "You sound so Canadian," and I'm like, "It's probably because on podcasts I'm surrounded by Americans, so
Right.
it just sounds like that." But when I'm by myself, it's like, "Oh, there's the Canadian."
Yeah.
Barbara's like, oh sure.
Oh yeah. Are we ready for this next question? Maggie.
Oh, I
you write this
I,
one?
I
Oh,
sent in a
Maggie
question.
wrote in a
Question
question.
comes from Maggie. So I've realized I was bisexual since around middle school. I dated a girl for about 2 years during the 8th and 9th grade and a trans boy during my sophomore year. I'm now a senior in high school and about to graduate and leave home, but I still haven't come out to my parents. They're both immigrants with pretty traditional views. Part of me just wants to say fuck it and tell them before I leave college, while the other part of me would rather keep it a secret and not make a mess before I leave home. Any thoughts or advice? Thanks, Maggie.
Well, Maggie.
Any advice you have, I would
Yeah.
greatly.
Oh
Well,
boy.
Maggie, just tell your immigrant parents.
Yeah.
We had a question like this a couple seasons ago, but the situation was someone's, I think, grandmother or grandfather was very, very old and like
Right.
probably gonna pass soon.
Right.
And they were like, I don't know if I should tell them
Oh,
that I'm
yeah.
gay because it'll upset them, or just like not mention it and like let them
Right.
pass and not, you know.
Which is shitty. And especially like me at this point in my life too, I'm all about like the anarchy method. I'm like, just fucking do it. Just tell everyone.
Right.
Blow the place up.
It is kind of an interesting situation that she's leaving for college, and so it's like,
I mean,
Okay, bye. Like,
Right.
but is she
Yes.
dependent on them
That's what I was
for college?
just gonna
Yeah.
say.
And like,
That's tricky.
what sort of traditional are we talking about? Because it's like, I dated a guy in high school who's now married who is gay, but never came out because of his Mexican Catholic family. So it's like,
He's like out now and married to.
he's not out.
Oh,
Like,
he's married to a woman.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of bisexual people who are dating opposite sex or opposite gender people, and they
Like who?
Like you.
and some of them like and I ask and like, oh, like what do your parents know? And they're just like, no, like for me, it's not an issue for me, and like I feel like I would confuse them or whatever, and I guess it's all on a personal basis, right?
Right.
Like what you feel comfortable with, because
Yeah.
I've had friends who are bisexual who are like very, very loud and proud, and like to tell everyone about it, which is fine. And then I also have friends who are like, oh, like, well, I'm not really going to tell anyone because I am dating, like I'm a woman who's dating a man, like, and so I don't see the point.
yeah.
That's kind of like a weird shift for me whenever I leave Austin again. And just like the shift in the times and the change of pace of like just cultural events that have happened, especially in America. But like when I return to Dallas and I go, oh yeah, there are some people here who are not cool with gay people.
Right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Y'all suck.
Even though it's the home of Alyssa Edwards. but,
Yes, queen.
Oh boy.
Amazing.
It's true.
Also,
that is-
one of her children is on the U.S. version of The Circle. I'm just gonna.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Did not know that.
I just saw a thing of that show, and I'm
Don't
going
even
to start
know what
watching
Circle
it.
is.
Oh my God, the
It's
UK
a
version's
Netflix
so good.
What
They
is
filmed. Sorry, I totally
premise?
derailed this.
No, please.
That's good. Circles. What's up? Geometry. This is a
So,
geometry podcast now.
if you're not aware, it's a reality show where there's a fake social network that, like, you don't know the people that are living in the same apartment complex as you, but you're ranking each other as to like who you like and who you don't. And ultimately, the person who gets the top ranking at the end of it wins $100,000.
Some like sim shit.
Yeah, it's real fun.
Been doing that since fifth grade.
And so you get like catfishes, or you
Oh.
get like people trying to be themselves, and so like.
This is going to be a horrible question, I think. Maybe we'll cut it. I don't know. Did we ever catfish anyone? I don't think we did.
I don't know. I used to casually catfish in high school.
I did
like,
too.
The weirdo creep, like pedophile people. Like
No, I
was
just
where
other
I
high
would go.
schoolers for me. I was
Oh.
like, I want to know the juicy gossip. Pretend I'm Samantha.
I was
Tell me
just
everything.
like, I want to be To Catch a Predator.
Oh,
that
my
was
God.
me in high school.
Why don't you have a seat?
You're like hard candying. Stop it, Ellen Page.
There's a reason it's one of my favorite movies.
I know it is. Because again, I don't get shit. if
You're
it's
like
better or
catfish
not.
every day with this makeup. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Lord.
man.
Okay.
Bisexuals.
But back
Where
to the
were we?
question.
Oh.
Well, I again, like we said before, it's complete personal preference, and in terms of like what you feel comfortable with. Also, if you're worried that there's a potential that if you don't tell your parents that they'll somehow find out from someone else and not you, I would say like maybe it's best for you to tell them.
Right.
Because
Yes.
I don't know what your preferences are. Personally, if I was in that situation, I would want to tell them first,
Right.
regardless of what their reaction would be. But I feel like if they love you and care about you, hopefully they'll support you in whatever you do. I know it could be difficult for people who have very traditional views.
And also your safety is like super important.
Yeah.
So, like if you're not feeling comfortable to safely do that in person, there are other ways that you can
True.
do that.
Yeah.
And
Or even like it sounds weird, but bringing support works too. I've had to discuss some very difficult topics with my family, and I've had friends there with me, and it really helped. So,
Yeah. It's also coming out should always be on your own time
Word.
and in your own way. So if you feel like it's better for them not to know and you're comfortable with that and just kind of living your life in college and figuring out more about yourself before you get them involved, that might be a situation you want to
Yeah.
figure out.
College is a great time to figure out who you are and just tell your parents that everything's fine.
Also, the older you get, I feel like the easier it is to talk to your parents about like more real stuff.
Yeah. I definitely feel like there's been a break, like late 20s going into 30s, especially. My parents are like, I don't care, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
which is crazy.
yeah, I know. You know my family. They're like, "Ugh."
They were very put off by like meeting me for the first time.
Yes, absolutely. It was that, and then
Is
like,
that your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
No, for
exactly
real.
what
Absolutely.
they
Really?
thought.
well, I mean, we've had that discussion twice before you as well. So yeah, I was like, here we go again. I'm like, no. Like, I love her. She's a wonderful person. If I was interested, sure, but
And then
I'm
once
not.
they got to know me, they knew I just was into the cat.
They're like, oh, you.
Not pussy.
You're into
Yeah.
You just wanted to come over and pet my
Yeah.
cat. That's all.
didn't
Very
have a
innocent.
cat.
Did you have cats in college?
No, this is in Dallas.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Parents.
I wish. But Maggie did allegedly
I did.
hear the ghost at my house. So she is the
I was
only.
not the first.
Nope, you were not. You're the only weirdo link where I'm like, that's kind of creepy. So story
It
time.
sounded like Leslie though.
Yep,
Yeah.
What's
Leslie
this about
just
a
set up
ghost?
a
Ghost in your
recording.
house?
Yes. So growing up, my house was always kind of like creepy and weird, and like we'd hear stuff. For example, my friend spent the night. This was in like 6th grade, and she heard someone walking up the stairs, and she was like, "Is that your dad?" I'm like, "No, that kind of happens. Like you just hear people like." Do. She's like, "That's creepy." I'm like,
That
well,
just
yeah.
kind of happens.
kind of. Yeah.
Just get used to it.
Now you understand why I'm a weirdo. Like, hey, what's up? So weird stuff like that was happening, and I was like, okay, either I'm crazy or like, it's just explainable stuff. I just don't know what's happening. The only thing that's kind of weird that I'm like about is Maggie came to visit me when we were in college, and this is my home in Dallas. So we drove from Austin to Dallas. She was spending the night.
Her mom was super sweet. Took
Yes.
a look at my teeth for me.
She did.
Aw.
I hadn't been to the
Jean.
dentist in
She's
like
in a good mood.
5 years.
You think she'll look at my
Yeah.
teeth?
When she's not being savage, she will absolutely. She'll be like, "Get over here."
And then she'll rip them out of your
Yeah,
mouth.
she'll tell you what you're doing wrong. Yeah.
She'll break them.
You're not flossing enough. I digress. So my sister was out and about doing something. My family was too. And I said, Maggie, I have to go run errands real quick. Just stay here. Here's my room. Chill in there. Okay, I'll be back. So she was home alone. She comes back and we're gathering, talking. And she goes, was your sister home at any point or anything? I'm like, no, what's up? She goes, oh, I was in your room hanging out. And then I heard a girl's voice go, Mom? In your house. And I walked around and looked for people and no one was there. And I was like, that's creepy and weird. Then I talked to my mom. This is months after Maggie had had that thing happen. And I was like, hey mom, what's up? Like, house being creepy? Ha 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 ha. And she goes, yeah, actually I heard a little girl's voice outside of your door go, Mom? And I was like, all right, I'm leaving.
Do they
Bye.
still live in that house?
No.
Oh
So
my God.
But I met a ghost.
Yeah, have fun, new family. So that was weird. But that's all we got.
Turns out there's just a doll in the floor.
Yeah.
Going, Mom?
That or it was a cat going,
Yeah.
That- yeah.
Could have been.
Badass
It's like the
cat.
feet on the stairs. Everything can be
Oh my
explained by
God.
a cat.
It's all
Everything
cats.
can always be explained.
It
by
was
cats.
all peach.
all creepy things are explained by cats. Moral of the story.
That's why I can't get one. Or I don't want to get one.
That's why you can't get one, because you can your brain can justify it.
Yeah.
As
cat.
a cat.
That was a cat. Fucking cat.
Yeah.
My fat cat.
We'll write like bad stuff in Slack and then edit our messages with cats.
Oh, shit. I did maybe we could post it. I don't know. Whatever. But our Slack conversation before this all
yeah.
was pretty phenomenal. Too.
Oh, God.
We're just, again, talking about college. Remember that?
That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
funny.
We shouldn't have done that. Okay, moving on.
We'll do one more, and then we'll do some more in the post show. So if you're not a first member, sign up and come hang out.
More on the post show.
S'more.
This one comes from Athy.
Ooh.
And Athy writes, hi, I'm a 19-year-old in my second year of college, and I'm living with my sister, who finished college earlier in 2019. She's been having a hard time finding a job since then, and has been dealing with stress and imposter syndrome. Oh, girl, know that game.
Yep.
Most days she's fine, but I know it's a very stressful time for her, and sometimes she breaks down. I don't know what to do to help her other than simply be there for her, but it doesn't feel like enough. I'm afraid she might start developing depression or anxiety. I try to talk to her through things, but I never know if I'm saying the right thing or giving good advice, and I'm afraid to approach her sometimes because I don't want the fact that I'm worried about her to be added to her stack of stresses. How do you help someone you love through a tumultuous time? From Athy.
That's a very sweet question.
Yeah.
Very sweet
Yeah.
question. You're a good sister.
Yeah.
Clearly have a lot of love in your heart.
I would look for is there anything that's like just around the house in her daily life, like anything that you can take off her plate, and or things that will get her to relax for 15, 20 minutes, or
Yeah.
things like, I don't know. I'm very much the giving sort of love language person, so it's I want to give people things when
You want to do stuff for them so that they don't have to worry about it?
yeah.
Yes.
Acts of service, baby. All about that.
And just think about in the message she says I don't want to add the thought of me worrying about her to her plate. It's we identify because Maggie and I are very similar in that sense. We would rather help someone out and be don't worry about us, don't worry. And then that affects us and we're shitty and not healthy, and then okay. So I don't know. I would say it's probably best to go ahead and have that worry. Like, it's not adding to her plate. It's just showing that you care and you're compassionate and you want them to be happy. Don't consider it a burden to reach out to someone, I guess.
Yeah, it's always kind of like a delicate thing to balance with someone who you know is just stressed about finding a job and working, and you just being like, you need some help? You want me to like be there for you? Because then they're just like overwhelmed by you also worrying about that subject matter at the same time you are, and it's just like, I totally understand that situation. You have to be like very delicate with how you talk to someone like that, but I definitely agree, like seeing what you can do to take certain stresses off her plate, even if it's just like, hey, I found this job listing thing, like, do you want me to come with you to this interview or whatever it is, like just be there for her. Or maybe like make it into a thing where you're like, hey, there's this job interview, and like, then let's go see a movie or something. So it's like, it could kind of be not all about that day interviewing for this job or trying to get work. It's just like, it's just part of the day.
Right.
That
A
I'll
little
be
bit of
there.
escapism is good.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
And you can even, I mean, if she's like in the middle of working through resumes or like finding stuff online, you could be like, oh, like I have homework to do. Let's go to like a coffee shop and let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And kind of change the scenery around a bit. But
I'm a big
take
fan
that
of changing scenery too.
Yeah, I
It
think it
seems like
helps a
such an
lot.
insignificant thing, but you're right. Like when you get into funks, if I just step outside and go in my backyard for like 5 minutes, I'm like, I feel so much better right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing you could do is just like make sure she knows you're there for her, and that you love her and you support her. And I think also if she just graduated college, there's that added stress of like, I guess whatever job I take is going to be like my career for life.
right.
Or like it has to be something that relates to my major or whatever I studied. And that's not the case. Sometimes it's just like, oh, you're just doing something in between to pay the bills. And
Right.
Yeah.
Which is
So right
completely
now-
fine
no.
too.
Yeah.
It's like we all graduated during like the height of the recession, basically. And like I know that like volunteer work is what got me my job here, is because I volunteered to do something that was within my major, even though I was working retail somewhere.
Yes. And even then, your job now is pretty different from what you
Yeah.
were initially planning to do when you went into college.
Yep.
Same with me. I was going to do like Broadway musicals. So, you know, I'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out, Chris and Chen.
Oh, I'm coming for you, NPH. You watch it.
And then like also she mentions the imposter syndrome, and tons of people, especially women, deal with imposter syndrome on a
I
daily
feel like we
basis.
still do. We're in it
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
I think all of us
100%.
deal with it all the time. So maybe just like, I don't know if you want to say like therapy is an option for her that might help. I think therapy is great for everyone, whether or not they feel like they need it or not. Whether or not they have anxiety or any sort of mental health issues, it's I think good for everyone. So maybe that could be like the first stepping stone, just for her to deal with her internal issues first before putting herself out there. But, or just show her this clip.
Yeah, that
We love you.
It's also
sis.
good. In the same sense that me and Michael talk to each other about like what we like most about each other when we're feeling down. It's like you could easily point out like, not directly like, yo, don't feel bad. Here's why you're awesome. But be like, hey, that was really cool. You remember that? You
Yeah.
did this? Good job. And like that little boost, I guess for me, I love stuff like that. When someone goes, that was a good choice. I'm like, yeah, I did it. I did the thing.
You did good, Lindsay.
I good boy.
But yeah, that's tough. Just be there for her. Love each other. Support. All the things. Good advice from
Done
all
and
you
done.
guys. Well, that's it for this episode, guys.
Before we wrap it up,
Oh, right.
Mr.
Yeah.
Aiden Yardley Jones sent us another box of issues.
Oh,
This
nice.
very cool pyramid type thing and
That's
some
awesome.
cool coasters. But unfortunately, poor Aiden, he sends us all these great things and then they
Oh
break in
no.
the mail.
Oh, buddy.
But
We
we love
can
you very
rebuild
much.
it.
We're very appreciative. We wanted to make sure that you saw this here.
We'll put it somewhere on the set.
yeah, it'll be here on the set somewhere.
Or we'll figure out how to fix the
This
stand.
looks like
Yeah.
a tesseract. Like we should
it's
worship.
very
Yeah.
I know, right?
It does.
I love it.
Well, ladies, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you're watching this, don't forget you could find us on all of the podcasting platforms you listen to your podcast, such as Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all those things. And if you didn't know already, RTX tickets are on sale. And we should see you there because we would love to meet you guys if you've never been before. It's such a fun time. It's going to be the 10th RTX. It's going to be huge. We have a ton of stuff planned.
Number 10, baby.
Probably do an always open thing.
Number
I'm sure.
10.
Oh,
Number
boy.
10.
Wow.
And yeah, go get your tickets. Come hang out in Austin. It'll be a fun time.
Can Maggie and I be on?
You guys could come.
Awesome.
You can come. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
They'll be there too.
All over your face.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Peace.
See ya.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching that episode of Always Open. Don't forget, RTX tickets are now on sale. We want to see you guys this year. It's going to be a kick-ass event. So click the link in the description below. And don't forget, click the bell to be notified of other videos that we put out. We love you, and we hope to see you this July at RTX.